Let's go. Let's go.
You are about to experience the uncensored conversations, stimulating wit, and the thought-provoking wisdom. Bold, raw, and uncut. Right now, on the Lance Scurv Show.
How are you, my sister?
Michelle Kane.
Okay. I am very glad to hear that.
Welcome 832.
Hey.
Hello? Yeah, go ahead. Go
Hello.
ahead, sister. Go ahead.
I was just calling in. This is Sister BL.
Hey, Sister BL, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I am good, my sister.
Good. How was the trip?
Well,
Awesome.
the trip was
awesome.
The trip was wonderful. Like I said, it was a bittersweet experience, put it that way.
Okay.
One of the things is, as I said, I was the first of my ancestors to return home to Ghana for the first time. That was, the part really that I wish all my ancestors had the opportunity or the privilege to return to their home. But I had the privilege of going back there as the first one. The experience there, meeting the brothers and sisters from the moment I arrived, came off the plane, went into to immigration, customs and immigration. Everyone was as wonderful as could ever be. Just the whole atmosphere. And I, for a moment there, I thought that, no, this can't be for real. But it was so much love shown from the brothers and sisters throughout the entire trip. I mean, children, everybody. It was just a wonderful experience,
Wow.
in that regard. As I said, they talk about, I talk about the slave castles, which I don't call them slave castles. I call them slave dungeons, really. I mean, I actually talk about it a bit on a show that we did earlier that will be posted in a little while. But it was really a bad thing that was done to our ancestors. And when you go there and experience it, my sister, you can't help yourself but allow tears to flow. You can't. There's no way you can allow yourself not to break down, because it breaks you down, and at the same time it builds you up, because you realize that you have work to do.
Wow. Well, I'm so glad you went, because now you motivated me to reroute some things and make sure I get there at least once in my lifetime, even if I never move there,
Exactly, my sister. That's something that I would encourage every one of us, really, that we should go there to the motherland, because I thought that I felt at home in Jamaica, but I did not feel at home until I went to Ghana. When I went to Ghana, I felt as I was home for the first time in my entire life.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So
I'm feeling it now, and I ain't even been there, but okay.
it's like I said, it's a sweet, bitter experience, because to know that your ancestors did not have that opportunity, but you have the opportunity. And so that's why we have to prioritize. And like I said, we must come together as one people. And when we come together as one people and realize that we have a great a great work to do, really, in building up ourselves, building up our people, our nation, and all our communities that has been depraved and that has been preyed upon for so long. That's the key importance. That is, as I said, we have one common denominator, is blackness, because this is, as I said, when the police stop you on the street, they don't ask you. They don't look at you and say, "Oh, you're brown. You're not involved. You are a police officer. You're not black. We don't want you. You're a judge. We're not interested in beating you." So all of these things, we have to see that blackness is the common denominator that we must come together and fight for. Yes.
And that's what I was recommending. Actually, I've been recommending to people recently. Just we've got our issues with each other. The brothers against the sisters, sisters against the brothers, the elders, the younger. But we've got to just get to a point we call a truce.
Yes,
And
my
that truth
sister.
to me means, yeah, we can talk about the issues because that's the only way we can get through them. But when we talk about
Absolutely.
them, the truth means we're talking about them with with a goal of moving beyond it, of healing from it so we can go forward. We can't go forward if we keep fighting each other, if we keep
E-
laying
Exactly.
blame. You
Exactly.
did this, you did that, you're wearing weave, you're disrespecting me, you're
Right.
emasculating me, we've been set on a path to do that.
Exactly.
And we have to understand it and know that 2,000 years ago, we weren't doing that. We weren't set
Exactly.
on that path 2,000 years ago. And so
Exactly.
I loved my brothers back then, and they loved me back then.
Yes.
And so we've got to realize all this stuff happened in between. So let's
Yes.
call the truth, put it out there, start the healing, and start loving each other more.
Yes.
But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I guess
Yeah.
I sometimes live in la la land because everybody don't see it the
No,
way I see it.
no, my sister, you're not living in la la land, and I'm going to tell you, you have to keep that attitude. It's very important for you to keep that attitude because that is going to be one of the driver that keep us going forward and help for us to heal as a people. And I'm not going to tell you that all of us are going to come together. I'm going to tell you that those who are, essential, those who are, really see the need to come together, really want to change the dynamics. Those are the ones that's going to come together. So don't be disappointed. Don't be dismayed. These are things that are set in motion to discourage you, but we want to make sure that we don't get discouraged.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate those words.
You are
And I
quite
appreciate
welcome.
you.
Well, my sister, I have to say I appreciate all the guys out there that continue to support us, and it means a lot. We're going to continue to do what we're doing, you know. But if you don't mind, also, my sister, there's a few other callers on the line that we want to
Oh,
talk
okay.
to, but you can just don't hang up. Just we know we have someone from Las Vegas, Miami, and Raleigh. So just feel free, my brothers and sisters, to chime in. We just want to kind of do it one at a time. Don't speak over each other, but feel free to speak. My brothers or sisters, whichever one of you guys out there. Yeah.
This is Golden Melanin,
Yes, my sister.
and I just want to thank you for all of the wisdom that you pour out into us. And I wanted to know what if a person was considering relocating to Africa, what do you think the first step should be for that individual?
The first step, my sister, I would recommend that you visit actually. And there is I know a personal friend of mine that he plans trip to Ghana on a regular basis, sometime
Okay.
twice a year. As a group actually that we are putting together also right now, we are going to start doing some trips. We're going to try to find affordable trips for different ones to go to the motherland, because I for myself, I find that to be very important. So we are going to start to
Right.
organize those things that that ones can get to go.
Wonderful. I have been researching on YouTube, and I've come across a few people that offer,
Right.
those the touring or what have you.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm kind of, working on, getting lining my ducks up in a row and everything, to go and visit. But I'm just,
Right.
I feel this urgency to go.
Yes. Yes, that is your ancestors moving within you, my sister, because it is a time right now, like I said, it's a time of awareness. And so we are coming into awareness and of ourselves and of who we truly are. And so that's one of the reasons why you have this burning urge to do this. And so that's why, I personally took the journey, because my ancestors were urging me to take this journey. And I am so pleased and happy that I took the journey to go to Ghana.
Wow.
And, it's been a great honor for me. So yes, we have made some very, very good contacts there. People who are, like I said, wonderful brothers and sisters. I mean, they show us a wonderful time, and I will never forget.
Wow.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to it. I really do.
Well, the time will come, my sister. You know. So.
Pardon me, I didn't understand.
No, I said the time will come when you will get the opportunity to do so.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, I believe that. I'm
will.
pushing for it.
Yeah, you need to know that, my sister. Don't believe it, my sister. You need to see when we put things out into the universe, my sister. We have to know.
Yes.
We must know that it's going to happen. So it's going to happen for you, my sister. Just put whatever you have to put together, but it's going to happen for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
You're quite welcome, my sister. Yes, if anyone else would love to speak, we are here, and I'm here. Lance is here, so whichever one of us you want to speak to, we are available.
Hello, Kingston. Hello, Lance.
Hello, my sister. Yes, my sister. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you gentlemen doing?
We're doing fine, actually. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank you for your time and spreading wisdom and all the motivational things that I hear. I just got introduced to your videos like maybe a few weeks ago, and the thing that grabbed me was your video speaking on Black is a frequency.
Right.
Which is beautiful. That really moved me, and that really inspired me onto me getting moving and trying to figure out what I can do to start helping restoring things. The state that I live in, it is very difficult to find like-minded people. Like yesterday, I went to a Black History Month festival just to find out that it was a whole bunch of Europeans that organized it, and you can tell because they weren't talking about anything that we could benefit from. It was about church, dancing, doing the electric slide, nothing, and then medical, from the medical industry out there talking about health, but they're not talking about that the preventative health, which is eating properly, having good thoughts, growing your herbs, things like that. So what can I do? What is the first steps I need to take on doing what I have to do to help organize where I live? I don't have children, but I have small nephews that I'm raising, that I'm helping to raise. And I'm starting to see the importance of so many things that I feel like crying right now because I don't know. I get very emotional because there's so many things that I've seen that I was a part of that I know is not fruitful to what we need to be doing. So I just want to figure out what I can do to help, because it breaks my heart because I'm worried about my nephews, which are 10 and 4. I see the gay agenda, which drives me crazy. I'm constantly paranoid. I don't want them watching TV. I've seen a change in myself. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to turn this into a therapy session.
No, my sister. Don't feel that way. Don't. Listen to me for a moment. We are here for each other. We are here to help one another to grow and to overcome all that has been placed upon us. One of the things is that, I can say to you is this. You have to learn to know yourself, my sister, and to love yourself. Those are key factors. The thing is that, there is lots of publications out there for you to be able to read. I would say, because there is an agenda. Shirazad Ali wrote some very powerful book that sisters and brothers need to read. And Francis Welsing wrote a very powerful book. You want to listen to, Dr. Ben and all these different brothers. They do put out a lot of the things that we need. But what I'm going to say about your community, my sister, this is what I will encourage you not to get burdened down by saying that I don't feel like I'm doing enough. What is it that you need to do is to recognize that your ancestors has awakened you. So now it is for you. They said, the saying says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So the fact is that you have to be ready to teach. And so teach those that is ready to listen. Don't worry about those that don't want to listen, my sister. Don't waste your time because they're not awake.
Where do you find those people? I get connected with people that stab me in the back that you think that are going to support you, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm afraid to trust my people because they've done so many horrible things. And so how do you let that go? How do you figure out how to start trusting and really know that we're really going to come together and do what we have to do?
Right.
It scares me.
Where is she?
You are in Las Vegas, right, my sister?
Yes.
All right.
I've been here for like 15 years.
Okay.
Originally from California.
Right. But listen to this carefully. You have to realize that what your brothers and sisters are doing, it is through no fault of their own because they don't know better, my sister. That's the first thing you have to realize. You have to stop looking at that in the sense where they are trying to harm you. If you don't know better, then you can't do better. So the thing is that, even for me, my sister, it took me some time. And when I start to come and see the gravity of the situation that is affecting our people, that is where, when I came into that part of it, I realized that I have to stop saying that our people are bad people, because the fact is that our people are in a bad condition, which is through no fault of their own. Doesn't mean that we don't hold them responsible, but is how now we have to start looking at things from a different point of view. You see, because the Europeans, they want us to keep looking at others through the same light, through the same eye. Once we start to look at our brothers and sisters and feel for them, feel what they are going through, and realize that this is the problem. And so when we are going, just like I tell our brothers, when we go into communities to help younger brothers and sisters, you can't go one time and expect things to change. You can't, because they reject what you're saying once and think that they're going to test you, because everybody has failed them. Everybody has failed them. And because everybody has failed them, even sometimes their own mothers have failed them, their own fathers have failed them. And so we have to come to grips with ourselves and realize therein where the problem lies. And so once we get past that, then we can deal with the full gravity of the situation. But never waste time on people who don't want to listen. The people who truly want to listen, my sister, they will find themselves to you, because you becomes the magnet now. So they're going to gravitate to you. Doesn't mean that the negative force won't try to gravitate, but it's going to repel, because the fact is that you are magnet. You follow what I'm saying? So you have to just pray to your creator and to the ancestors to keep guiding you, to protect you, to make sure that you are fortified, that you can help your people to know themselves. And that will be my advice to you. Don't be dismayed. Don't be discouraged. We are here for you. We are here to support you. You can call upon us anytime, and we will help you in whatever way we can. You have to know that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you for your time.
You're quite welcome, my sister. Anyone else would like to speak? I mean, I know I see a lot of brothers and sisters here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing today?
I am good, my brother. You're from Virginia Beach?
Yes, sir. Virginia Beach.
Yes, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. I first want to start off by saying that I ran across your information with Brother Scurv, maybe probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And, and of course, I'm in Virginia Beach, so you can imagine the mentality here where, where they originated, everything pretty much was started,
right.
So to say, the Jamestown and everything. And basically, I'm in business for myself, and again, I'm not here to promote anything I'm doing, but I am.
That's fine, brother. We want you to promote what you're doing, actually, but don't need to apologize. I mean,
Right. Okay. And so the information you all we're bringing, with Dr. Claude and all this kind of stuff, it is definitely what we need to hear. And I actually own a hot sauce company here, and what I noticed is that when I realized, I used to be in the church, I used to preach and all this kind of stuff, but then, of course, when you come into the higher level of consciousness, you realize, you see, you have eyes that you can see and ears that you can hear, and so I noticed that so many people would come to me with about, like, their recipes and things like that. I own a hot sauce company, and people would try it, and they'd be like, oh, my God, this is so good. How did you do it?
Right.
You know, and then that's when I started realizing that the creator in the universe is saying, okay, these people are coming to you for a reason.
Yes.
And what has happened was I've spun this thing into recipe development seminars, developing recipes God's way, where I'm actually doing seminars and going into like renting different facilities and going through teaching our people in the Christian church scripturally, the same scriptures you've seen. This is how you can turn that pie and this cake that y'all been talking about and cooking for pastor. You need to be turning this into a business.
Yes.
And so I'm definitely on that wavelength as well, speaking and doing seminars. But I'm just here for the heart of my people. You know, that's what I'm here to do. Because one of the things I look at, of course, we're talking about our food and all this kind of stuff. But look at how much powerful that we could be when you look at the churches that can cook and fry, they can bake. Why are we not being taught about recipe development? And I've done all of that. I even wrote a book, step-by-step guide of how to do it. You know, so that means there's no excuse to go by Little Debbie when you are the Little Debbie. You know, so I'm just making this call, first of all, saying I really like what you've been saying, Brother Keeston. I've really been I've been following you for the last couple of days, waking up 2 o'clock in the morning, all this kind of stuff. You know how it is when the ancestors start downloading.
Right.
You know,
yes.
So but yes, I just want to encourage, you know, just say thank you for the information, and I'm not here to sell anything, but at the same time, believe me, I'm ready to deliver to help our people realize that we need to connect these scriptures with our talents in the recipe development field and whatever else you have to do. So thank you.
Yes.
And I'm open for. Go ahead.
And your name is again, my brother?
My name is Darrell. Darrell.
Okay. Yes, my brother.
Yep.
Listen, you know, I really appreciate that. I mean, you know, the thing is that, as I said, it's good to know that our people are thriving in business. And that's why we want to support anybody in our areas or outside of our area in the entire country and even in the diaspora. We want to support each other. We want to teach each other. We want to help each other to grow, because that's the only way we're going to become successful. So I'm glad to hear, my brother, that you are doing just that. And, you know, like I said, whatever we can do, you know, we have to get together. We have to formulate these things together that we can help our community continually. So I am willing and ready and able to do whatever I can on my part. You know, I'm glad to know that what I am saying is touching and helping our brothers and sisters, because that is important. It is not from me. Like I said, it's from our creator, from the ancestors to us as a people. So I'm not here to charge my brothers and sisters for the word, to encourage them, to strengthen them. That is not the purpose. The purpose is for us to grow as one people. And so, yes, thank you, my brother.
Yeah. Would it be okay if I leave my website so you all can actually see what I've
absolutely. Absolutely,
yeah, okay.
My brother.
So,
absolutely.
So the name of my website is you go to www.
What's the website, my brother?
Chef, CHEF.
No.
Chef.
He want to give you his website.
Oh, his website. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me
what?
No, tell him to hold on
just hold on 1 second, my brother.
I'm gonna call
okay.
And I'll hear it.
Yeah. So Lance is going to take that information in a minute from you.
Okay.
Yeah,
but it's definitely powerful what you're doing, and you know, and again, by me being here in this area, you know, I see the mentality firsthand, and it's just, you know, we have to wake up.
Right.
Yes, brother, I'm here with the pen and paper.
Good. Okay.
Just give it to me right now. And everybody else who's listening, take it down also.
Yep. So if you just go to Google, just type in chef, like the cooking chef, Joseph, like Joseph in the Bible with an S, Joseph's Kick Sauce, KICKSAUCE.com. Chef Joseph's KickSauce.com.
That's the kick. Chef Joseph
Sir.
Kick what?
Kick sauce, like spaghetti sauce.
Oh,
kick sauce.
Okay, sauce. Okay, good.
Yeah, and what you do?
.com?
Yeah, .com.
Okay,
and when you get there, go to the recipe development tabs, and then you'll see basically what I've mapped out. And this is about to be really big, and it's developing recipes God's way. And we have seminars, and we actually plan a tour all over to help God's people put together these scriptures. And I literally talk about scriptures of food and how people had made millions off of their recipes. So why are you making these pies at Christmas time, just giving them away when you can sell it $5 to $10? Because you look at the economy, we're failing.
Right.
And nobody
we
keeps the
consume
recipe developed.
That's right. So let me tell you, set it up. You got my cell number. You can talk now and everything, no problem. But you got my cell number so we can do an exclusive call. And when I go live, we can do it that way in another week or two. Or if you want to do a conference call that I put up as a premiere, we can do it that way. And then you can go in depth. You can tell your story, what led you to that, all the ups and downs will inspire people in this whole development. Not just about the product, but it's about that, but everything going toward that. So if somebody is in a different area of expertise, they'll be inspired by your journey. So keep my cell number, man. You got it, 4079-590-0755. And like I said, we'll get with a time that we can do it, and I'll sit down here and chop it up with you. We can bring other people in, and then I'll put it up on YouTube forevermore to promote what it is that you're doing.
That sounds good. And just understand, brothers, and thank you, and I'll get off the line because I don't want to, take up anybody else's time. But all I'm saying is, I've seen people come to me when they try my hot sauce. They are like amazed that a black man, one, has got this product. Matter of fact, I've been fired from 9 jobs behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because people say, how do you have this? That type of story. But I'll tell you that later. And so when I see the intensity coming, when they look at the job market and these people can't find jobs, but yet you've been in that kitchen, cooking, how do you develop this thing? And so that's my ministry. I'm not big on the etymology words and things like that, but I will tell you that is my calling, is to help rescue our people through the line of food. So thank you for your time, and all my contact information is on the website, and we'll go from there.
No problem, my brother. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And, you can't let anyone, my brother, tell you about, how does a black man created this whole thing, okay? We are the creators of all of this. So don't let anyone discourage you or make you feel like you're less than, because you're not, my brother. So, just put that out the window, because we know the truth.
One thing that you said was really key, and I have to point this out. God knows I have to give you praises on this one, or, to the ancestors who sending you to deliver this word that I just heard, I think yesterday you were saying. And it was very powerful and paramount. When you conquer fear, that was one of the biggest things you were talking about. So what you said was paramount. And to those who are listening, please hear this one. Like you were saying, you're going to die anyway from something. It's just which way you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? And so once you understand that you're going to leave anyway, what is there to fear? You have to conquer fear.
We must. We must. No problem, my brother.
All right, have a good day.
No problem. You too, my brother. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, my sister. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I am good. I am giving thanks for all good things. Yes.
I just wanted to take this time to just say thank you to you and that sister that's from Las Vegas. I want to just tell her thank you, because it made me a little emotional, but very appreciative, because her feelings were honest, they were raw. And I have to say that a lot of times what I'm finding, amongst Black people, is that they do have that level of fear in them, but it's masked by anger. And when it's masked by anger, that's what makes it bad. And that's what kind of caused conflict or whatever a lot of times. But I was so appreciative of her, of sharing those feelings or whatever, because, feeling like, you can't trust anyone, or just even, the world that we live in being so chaotic. And I just, appreciate that she shared those honest, raw feelings. And for you as well, because I listen to you often, and it's like you have this, I guess you would say, a more genuine side within your message, and it comes across smoothly, and it's so appreciated. And I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate you.
I thank you, my sister. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your kind words. And your name, my sister, if you don't mind.
Jasm, and
Okay.
I call there often, and I had a question about some fasting information from you,
Sure.
but my one question about fasting is I've been doing an intermittent fasting, and I've lost like 13 pounds so far.
Right.
Which fasting, if I was to, because I'm incorporating it slowly,
Right.
If I had to do the fasting as a woman with hormonal balance and to maintain a hormonal balance, what do you think is the best fasting if I had to choose between the 16, the 18, or the 24-hour fasting? What is better for a woman, especially just starting, you know?
That's a good question, my sister. I've never really, anyone has ever asked me that before, about, between males and female. The thing is that one thing I know about fasting, is basically that, some people can go without food for a very long time. But one of the things that I realized that when you're going to fast, the main thing is that I find out when you cleanse your body before you even start on those track, actually remove all the toxicity from your body, and then you get on a clean eating. I don't call it diet because, like I tell people, that I'm not dying, so I'm not on a diet. So, I call it my liberty, really, because I am living.
It's a way of life.
Right. And so when you make sure that your food is being clean, you drink as much alkaline water as possible. I find, for me, myself personally, when I go on a fast, I don't get headaches. I don't, my stomach is not growling and all these different things. So you remove these things from
You want me to make you one?
From your body. Will with this, brothers and sisters, if you don't mind, just if you're not speaking at the moment, if you don't mind putting your phones on mute just for a moment until you're ready to speak, then that would be good. Thank you so much.
Hold on a second. Let me get off this call. Just give me 1 second.
So what I'm saying is that if you're going to fast, the best thing is to do is to just to make sure that I don't know if you've gone through a cleansing process before. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. This is actually my first time I've actually been doing the fasting. I've gotten past the headachy stage, and instead of going to buy alkaline water, I did my own. I did one with cucumber, lemon, lime, that kind of thing or whatever. And then I was incorporating herbs slowly, like ashwagandha, that kind of thing, beetroot or whatever. And so I think I've hit almost like a plateau with the 13 pounds. And so I'm just kind of like, right now, I guess as a woman, I'm a little weary to start pushing an excess exercise program in with it, but I'm thinking about doing it. But I know that it affects, because, the hormonal thing, it affects women differently than men. And so I was trying to find out, like,
what you can do, though,
may I add something? Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead, my sister.
I was going to say, may I add to that? This is the sister from Las Vegas, and thank you for saying what you said about appreciating my raw emotion, sis. And I'm studying to become an herbalist right now, and I know a few things that you can start incorporating to help with hormone balancing, if you're not doing it already, is drinking red raspberry leaf tea, holy thistle or blessed thistle tea, and red clover blossom tea.
Oh, from Philadelphia.
All of those teas will help balance out your hormones.
Hold on,
Whatever
I
you
can't.
get, it's gonna be good.
I think there's someone talking.
Hello. If someone, there's a lot of background noise. So one of our brothers, one of our sisters, have the line open.
You might want to tell them to keep the phone on mute.
If you don't mind, if you're not speaking at the moment and you have background noise, please put your phone on mute. Would really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, sisters.
I was saying
thank you for because I got with an herbalist here or whatever, and I've been doing the whole dandelion, that kind of thing, whatever. But my question is that if I start incorporating a workout, because I like to run 2-3 miles or whatever, if I was to push that back into my regimen, will it affect me with the fasting, being a woman, kind of incorporating that versus how it would, affect a guy. That was probably my question. Because I do the herbs.
One of the
red raspberry leaf.
You know what? No, you name that one. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I've actually never heard that one. It may have been mentioned to me or whatever, but yeah, I actually been
and that's
just kind
of the main one for hormone balancing for women. And I think if you're doing that and working out and fasting, and as long as you keep your iron up, you'll be fine. Because that's our key. So the dandelion and the yellow dock. A lot of yellow dock.
The yellow dock, yeah. I do the yellow
with
dock.
molasses every day. That can help too.
Okay. And so, yeah.
Just from what I've been studying, but I don't.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's like with, different kind of herbs or whatever, you just kind of try them out for a little bit. If it works for you, it do. If it don't, it don't. But I know that was my biggest thing about with the fasting because, like you're basically eating once a day. Well, at least that's what I've gotten down to, like eating once a day. And so it's like to try to incorporate everything into that one meal or between that one, the hour window or whatever. So I don't know. I'm still a trial and error with it.
Well, you see, my sister, you see how helpful you've been, really? You see what I'm saying? What I just said to you, my sister in Las Vegas. See?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see how the spirit works?
Definitely.
Here's a sister that you're able to give some solid advice to. So one of the things is, I know when it comes to exercise, and a lot of people have a place where they come to my sister, where they come to what they call almost like a roadblock, where they just stop losing weight. But the thing is that what you have to do a lot of times, you fast, but you stop. Then you start eating back your regular meal. And then what you do, because you have to trick your body, so to speak, if you follow what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, just change like the muscle. If you keep on using the same workout skills every day and don't change it, then the muscle will just go down. The muscle won't do anything. But anyway, it's just a matter of you have to sometimes just stop the fasting and then you hit it again. And then you will see result. But like I said, also cleansing is very important. So that's something that you want to also think about.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, sister from Vegas. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I hope it helps.
Thanks, Brother Keston. I appreciate you.
You're quite welcome, my sister. Yes. So if anyone else would have anything to say, you can go right ahead. I know I see a lot of phones. We have a lot of people out there, so maybe most of you guys want to listen in. But don't be afraid if you want to speak. Just say anything. It's fine.
Yes. If anybody doesn't have much to say, we will wrap it down. I know Keston has been running so hard. He traveled from the motherland, and he had to make detours. He's been doing a lot since he got back. We had the event yesterday. And like I said, we're going to do this frequently. So we're not forcing anybody to talk, but we will put this up and share with everybody, like with everything that we do. And I really do want to commend Brother Keston for his discipline, for his focus, and for spearheading this. And it's catching on really quick. And I really appreciate you all being here. And if you can, when we put this up, just like with everything else that you might like, just share it. That's the ultimate way of helping us because it spreads the word, and all it takes is a finger to do so. So since we pretty much the energy is down right now, we'll wrap it down. We will give it a shot. Is there somebody else that wants to say anything? If not, going once.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, go ahead.
Peace. Absolute. What it is, Brother Keston. Pardon, Orion. Just checking in. It's an honor and a privilege. What it is, Brother Lance, right on, man. Been a minute. Outstanding. Giving thanks. Yay.
Brother Orion.
Yeah, Orion Free.
I don't have any headphones on right now, brother.
No worries. Ain't no worries.
I have another call going on. But
just
like I said, much love, and just continue to talk to Brother Keston. I'm here, but I'm running around like crazy, like I always do.
No worries. We're on.
Things, but I'm glad you're here, brother.
We're on the business. We're on the business. Giving thanks, Brother Keston. Absolutely. Giving
Thank
thanks.
you, my brother.
And that's it.
Ryan's a good brother.
Straight now, work in progress, man. Straight to the point. We're just to everybody that is I'm saying aside, on the line or otherwise, just everybody powerful sharing, and just get busy. Just get busy. That's all. Just get productive. Get productive. Get productive. That's it. And it whatever it is, just be on that work. And talking is grand, but building is future. So that's
exactly, my brother. And that's what we are about. We are in the building stage, and that's what we're doing, and we are going to continue to do in the indefinite future.
Absolutely.
I have a question. May I have a question for Kingston before everybody goes? This is from Las Vegas again.
Go ahead, my sister.
Peace.
Hi, peace. I also have my own business called Nature's Nomads that I'm starting, and what me and two veterans, what we have done is we created a vegan gumbo, a vegetarian gumbo that actually is helping reverse certain ailments. And the gentleman that was speaking about his sauce and he's going to the churches, my challenges has been specifically with the churches. I was going to the churches, introducing them to this soup, and they're not interested, because at the end of the day, the preachers are saying, okay, yeah, you can eat all these things, and although we do have scriptures, like Deuteronomy scripture tells you everything you should and should not be eating, but they never read it. And at the end of my presentation, they would say, okay, yeah, but just put money in the pot and pray that your ailments will go away. So my question is, you were mentioning don't waste your time with people that, don't want to hear what you're saying. Do you feel that us going to the church, because that's where the majority of our people are, do you feel like that's a waste of time?
I would say, my sister, because the fact is that they're there, that means that they are not ready. And so, as I said, you can't wake up people who are fast asleep.
There it is.
And our people, my sister, has been asleep for a very long time. Only those ones that the ancestors has come into and awaken, those are the ones that you deal with. And they will come to you. Believe me, my sister, they will come. They will reach out to you. Believe me. Just, you have to be positive. You have to know. Like I am not a believer. I don't have faith. I'm a seeker. I'm a knower and a doer.
There it is.
Yes, sir.
So that's where you have to go, my sister. You have to know that it's going to happen to you. When you put it in the universe, you put positivity out there, it will come back to you. It's called the magnetic effect. The magnetic effect is that you give to those who cannot afford to give to you, and believe me, it will come back to you tenfold. So when you do it because that's the right thing to do. And what you're doing, my sister, it is because the Spirit has called upon you to do this work that you are about to embark upon. So when your ancestors give you this privilege, never take it for granted, and know that they're always going to be behind you. And whatever they stand behind, you're going to be successful. You have to know that.
Okay. And yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Can I add one more thing, Brother Keeson?
Yes, my brother.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm still here. Interested. First thing, sister, if I could comment, I ran into that brick wall so many times because, like Brother Kiston or Elder Kiston, I want to address you with respect. And what I have run into is because, like he was saying, it's like, they don't want to be awakened. So what I found, I had to build my own platform. That's what I had to do. I had to reach outside, and going into the church was just, it's literally, because you know who they're working for, that whole system. So I built my own platform outside, and that's when you find the most results, because they're coming outside and you're not going into that system. dealing with non-ether forces versus, anyway, that's another conversation. Anyway, I'll leave it alone. But, Brother Kisser, this is my question.
Right.
And this has been a question that I've been having for a while. One, there's a lot of talk about going into Africa, going back to the motherland and this, that, and the other.
Right.
And to my knowledge, it's like nowhere we can go in this area or on this planet that we're not safe. I mean, it's all a war against our people all over. So would you recommend staying in the U.S. or going abroad back to the motherland and just fighting where you are? I mean, what is your perspective? It's a question on should we lace up or put on bootstraps to go back, to the motherland, or just stay here and do what we need to do because wherever we go, we're not safe.
Well,
that's my question.
Okay. Thank you, my brother. But for the time being, some of us are going to need to be here. But what I'm saying is, my brother, as I said, our ancestors did not fight for us to be here. Our ancestors fought for us to stay home because we have the richest continent in the world, my brother. You have to know that. And the funny thing is, our people in Africa is waiting for us to come back and to help to set them free. It only us, my brother. When I realized the full gravity of that situation when I went to Ghana, that is only us from the West that our ancestors has fought so hard from will be able to release them from the bondage that they themselves are under. Seriously. Because when you go there and you go in humility, my brother, the fact is that you will see so much opportunity in Africa that you would never imagine that it is there. And they are just waiting for you to come with the knowledge that you have to help them to awaken themselves. They are ready and willing and wanting to sit down and talk with you for you to share with them. Believe me. Because they don't know a lot of things, my brother. They are lacking in so many things that we think that they should know. No, they're not. So bear that in mind.
Yes, I've had in closing, I've had the privilege or the honor to have a business partner who's from Congo, and
right.
To know that story, and it's like my heart like literally melts to see what has happened to the Congolese people, and
right.
That's another story that people maybe should educate themselves on, and so but thank you very much. That was my question.
No problem, my brother. Anytime. Anyone else would like to speak? I saw a couple of callers from Columbus. So if anyone else are not wanting to speak at this present time, I think we're going to bring it to a close. I appreciate all you brothers and sisters out there. Truly thankful for the support. And we just ask that you continue to share these things with others, like-minded people. Don't force it upon anyone. Just realize that it's important. It's important that you don't let the fire go out that is burning within you. That is essential, that you continue to feed that fire, because you have come to a point in your life that you have been granted a great privilege. Most of us don't recognize it at this point, that to know, to have your eye open at this point in time, it is a great privilege and honor, I can say for myself, because a lot of our people are walking around in a zombified state, having no awareness of who they are, where they're coming from, or where they're going. So we have a job to do. We have the job of, as soon as they come awake, we must take the opportunity to open up their minds and their heart and enlighten them, because they're gonna need someone to teach them these truths. We can't hide these things. This is the information age. This is the age of the knowing. That is why so much knowledge is being revealed, because our ancestors are maneuvering things to make sure that our people come to themselves, come back into themselves from this long, deep sleep that they have found themselves in. So we are the ones that they are choosing. So please, please, brothers and sisters, do not take it for granted. Do not hide your light underneath a basket. It serves no purpose. It is essential that we realize the importance of what happened to you. You have been a chosen one. You have been an anointed one. It's very important that we understand that. The ancestors deem it that they see in you that you have what it takes to get the work done. That's why you are awake. It's not by chance. It's not by accident. It happened for a specific reason. So don't waste time. Don't throw pearl in front of swines. They have no appreciation for it. So we must seek out those who are ready and waiting for you to teach them these things, because they're there. Just let them come to you. Go ahead, my brother.
Brother Keith, and as you were speaking, I love your energy, which is great. And I would like to direct people to The Matrix Part 1. That's one of the movies to watch it, when you awaken with your third eye, etc.
Yes.
But I would like to point out a couple of parts into that movie. One, you can go to YouTube. You don't have to watch the whole movie, but if you realize when Morpheus and Neo was on top of the building, on top of the skyscrapers.
Yes.
And he looked at Neo and he was like, you have to let it all go. Fear, doubt, and disbelief.
Yes.
Free your mind. You know what I'm saying? And that is one of the most powerful scenes in that movie. And there's several ones in there. But to free your mind is a beautiful thing. And I will say, in part of this testimony, I'm going to let it go. But I'm telling you, for years, just like any other Black man or African American or melanated man without a father, it's been years since I had been praying and praying and praying for something outside of myself, and it never happened.
There you go.
See what I'm saying? And really crying out, praying and screaming and yelling in my younger years, and do you even hear me, God, or however you want to put it or address it. But until I really knew who I was, like, who was I? Where am I from? What did they celebrate? What were they? And asking those type of questions. And when I looked up, all of my troubles, everything that plagued me subsided, because I came into the power of my ancestors to help, to deliver me.
Absolutely.
I just want to say that. Thank you.
Absolutely, my brother.
Pardon, Brother Kester, may I add to that?
Yes, my brother, sure.
Where and as one of the sisters earlier, when you had responded and saying about shock, there's the trauma, of course, of what we've been experiencing, excuse me, almost ad infinitum, yet there's good shock as far as with enhancing our bodies or losing weight, detox, purification, on and on. You have to, when like reaching the plateau, the plateau. It's like, okay, I can't lose. Why am I not? In another episode, I had jumped into a training thing with Bally's. You got to shock the body.
Yes.
I used to tell clients, I said, I hate to run. I run for three things: if people chase me, if dogs chase me, or people with dogs chase me. I was just telling them that to let them know what you might not like or might not want to do may indeed be the best thing for you.
Exactly.
If you got to get up and just because somebody, a lot of guys at the gyms would, they'd wear the weight belt and they'd be all real big upper body, but don't got no legs. Women automatically, just by the divinity of a female, the birth would kill a man.
Right.
The strength that we have, the content. It's just being able to do something different. If you go for a run, go for do push-ups, do some jumping jacks, whatever it is, anything, even, or maybe hike or learn to try something new, step out. Same thing across the board. This is what it is. We have to step out and get out and be on that. That's it.
Exactly, my brother. And this is what we are all here for. And I really thank you guys for such beautiful conversation and dialogue, really, that we can sit down here and have together as a people. And this is what I'm talking about, the advice. When we can come together and give each other advice, show each other, share with each other what we know, how to make oneself better. And those are the missing link. And the funny thing is that I said to someone yesterday, if you have a bull that you put a chain on the bull and you cut all the link, you will not going to hold that bull for long. But once you weld all those links of the chain together, you see, then that bull will not be going anywhere. So we are the links. Each and every one of us are links. So we must weld ourselves back into that chain. So when we help each other, that's what we're doing. We are welding the chain back together. You see, that we can come together as one people in one strength. That is what is going to be the thing to pull us together, is to weld the chain. Each and every one of us, we have all the tools to do so. So that's something that we must do. You see, because unity is strength. And because those chains are linked together, that's why it holds the bull, that he cannot escape from it. So that is what we must do, is give each other the advice. We mustn't think of everything about, the systems tell us that everything is about trying to make money. Everything is about, if you can't make money off people, don't give them advice. If you can't make money, don't, let them pay for everything. We have to change that. That's the European mentality. Once we get our act together, our people will not be lacking anything. And that's what we need to know. So those are important things for us to realize. Someone just come on the line from Mrs.
From Canada, from Toronto.
Go ahead, my brother. Yes,
good. Thank you so much, Brother Kirsten. I'm enjoying your teaching. I really love you so much. I love my brethren.
Well, thank you, my brother. I appreciate that.
I'm from Nigeria, from Igbo tribe in Nigeria.
Oh man, I have you. You're the third brother. I have a friend of mine, actually. His name is Bushman. He owns 3 Mass, and he's actually from Nigeria, and he's also from the Igbo tribe.
Oh, I really appreciate you, brother. You don't know how much I appreciate you. My heart is full of joy. I followed the live program just finished just a couple of minutes ago. I said that I have to call to join because I really love what is going on, and I appreciate you. We also have a program. I think we would also like to invite you to our place in Nigeria because really we are really we need this in my place. We need this type of your speech to come to my people.
I would love to do that. My brother. Like I said, you just have to let me know, and I will make the necessary arrangement to do that. Those are the things that I actually made a promise. I made a pledge to my ancestors that I will be there to help our people and strengthen our people for the rest of the time that I have on this plane. I will be doing that. So it will be a grand honor and a grand pleasure to do that, my brother.
No problem. I think what I will do this coming week, I will connect you with my own team. One of the guys based in the United States, that is back home now. One also is in Spain. We will have a discussion together. Surely, Brother Kirsten, we are going to invite you. You don't have any problem. Because why? we love you. We love what you are doing. Believe me, I've been posting all your programs to my YouTube channel and everything. Everybody's like,
no problem, my brother.
So I'm enjoying it, to be honest.
Yeah,
may
yes.
the ancestors bless you and protect you. Because
yes.
I know, protect you from the hand of the evil people. Because really,
Thank you so much, my brother. I really appreciate that, and I appreciate, like I said, I appreciate all you guys. All you have to do is just contact Lance, and he will make all the necessary arrangement, and we will definitely be glad to do so.
Okay, what number am I going to call to contact you?
Let me give you the 407 number, the 407-590, 407-590-0755.
Okay, I have it already. Yeah.
Yes.
So definitely within the week we are going to call you, because really this is what the ancestors call me also. I'm into it as well. We are preaching the awakening of our people. So having someone like you with the knowledge that you have is highly needed in our community. So please, we will get back to you this week, this coming week.
Thank you, my brother.
We will be glad to talk to you.
Not a problem, my brother. Not a problem.
Okay, no problem. May that God protect you. Bless my brethren also with you. I love you all with all my heart. I love you people.
Thank you.
Peace,
thank
brother.
you, my brother. Peace.
Love you too, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes.
Love you too.
Love you. No problem. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you, my sister. No problem. Yeah, no problem.
One love, my brother.
Okay, one love. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
So as I'm saying is that these are the things that we must do. We must be ready and willing to help each other to grow as one people, one nation. And until all of us come together as one people, then if some of us claim freedom and the rest of us are not free, then what good is it?
Then we ain't.
I will never see our people free until all of us is free. Kwame Nkrumah says, if Ghana is free and the rest of Africa is not free, then what good is it? What good is that freedom? It is no freedom. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I truly appreciate all the guys. And if you don't have anything further to add, I will say thank all of you so much, and thanks for the support. And may we continue for the rest of the future to uphold and enlighten each other, and to continue to build together, and that we may have a homeland. One people, one aim, one destiny. That is our desire.
100 over 100. Absolute, brother.
Yes, my brother. Thank you so much. I will say peace, and I will say one love.
Peace and one love to you too. Thank you.
Salute.
Thank you.
Salute.
Thank you so
Until
much.
we meet black again, y'all.
Yes,
Stay alone.
my brother.
Yes.
Thank you.
How often are we going to have these calls?
We're gonna try to do this call at least once a week, once or twice a week. We're gonna try to do this. I will make myself available. Yes. So Lance will announce the times that we're gonna do this. He will. I'll just let him speak.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you get on, Last Keston, so you can have the final word. I don't have any headphones on right now, so I can't really hear anybody's voices. I just want to say that this is something that now I have the headphones. This is something that we wanted to do. I'm multitasking like crazy, right?
I know, man.
This is something that we wanted to do for a long time, because I noticed with a lot of movements and different things going on that there's no accessibility. Let me if you're not talking, just if somebody has background noise, a lot of background noise, just mute your phone so I can get this message out clearly. It's okay, I'll take care of that. Boom. There we go. Technology in effect.
Booyah.
We've been wanting to do this for a long time, strategy wise, because I want everybody to feel accessible to Brother Keston, and I'm his helper. I'm here to serve you and everybody else to make things go, because this is what I like to do. I know that we're connected, some of us on Facebook, some of us on Twitter, some of us on Instagram, and I want to make it where we're just connected across the board. I do have a text messaging system that goes right into your smartphone, and you can text the word SCURV, SCURV. I'm going to give you some multiple things now. SCURV to 74121. You're texting that word SCURV into the number, the short code number 74121. I don't utilize that all the time, only for the most important things because it can get kind of expensive, but it's a surefire way to get directly in there.
Sure.
You can call me anytime, and Keston gave the number. I'll give it again, 407-590-0755. The text goes through better because I get a tremendous amount of calls, and when I'm at work with the phone off, the voicemail always gets full. It's just always like that. So texting can always go through. SCURVmedia@gmail.com always gets through also, and I check my messages frequently. That's SCURV media, MEDIA @gmail.com. SCURV media. I'm going to set up the best way. I'm going to get feedback from everybody, the best way that we can keep in contact, because I try to keep every social media platform that I'm on. And we're evolving into the road to restoration. That's another thing I want to say. On Facebook, for those who have Facebook, the road to restoration. It's the way it sounds. The road to restoration. There's another page with the same name, but you can differentiate it because you see Brother Keston's photo in the avatar and you know that it's him. And we're going to be dropping just important links for the movement that way. My craziness is on my stuff, you know, and we just make sure to keep everything out there like that. And if for some reason we're not connected in that manner and one of these platforms, just let me know and I'll find a way for us to reach out, because like I said, we're not here to be famous. We're not here to hear ourselves talk. This is real. And I'm just so honored to have the best brother-in-law in the whole world. But I just want to say, we have to stay connected, and we want to keep these things. We want to keep the issues up to date and aware, because we want to expand. You have an interest in this. We have an interest in doing this. We are doing it. And I don't care if you're the best floor sweeper in the world, we're going to need your floor sweeping services. I don't care if you make the best sweet potato pie in the world, we're going to need you to do that. And everything out of the heart and one love with that worldwide. Yeah. You see what I mean? Somebody has to do it. And we all have, what is it, Brother Kiss?
No, the sister in Las Vegas. I was going to say to you, to say to her that she can call because she has things that she.
Oh, yes.
Product that she's putting out.
Okay, yes. This is the
for advertising.
Yes, the sister in Las Vegas. Feel free to call me at those numbers. I'm a 24/7 guy. I look like a raccoon and I pay for it for lack of sleep.
Wait, no, Lance is a 25/8. Lance
25/8. You're right, brother. 25/8.
You ain't 24/7. Go ahead. Excuse me.
I love the results, but we're going to advertise your product. We can do a conference call that we record when we go live. We're going to do that also. This is what we do. We're not asking for nothing. We want to see you be successful and do the round robin with everybody. And I want everybody to be aware that we got to use social media for the good. Yeah, we see some things that are ratchet sometimes that catch our eye and we feel a little guilty after it. But for the most part, we got to use this. And please, anybody who has a business or a story to tell or something that nobody else wants to hear as far as, you know, the mainstream, so-called mainstream media, I'll tell it my own little way. We can share it. So understand you can reach me anytime, but it's about this movement. I'm here to serve. That's what I do. I'm here to serve. Brother Keston is here to serve. He's a messenger, you know, and I'm just loving being in the middle of this righteous storm that's going to knock over everything oppressive in our lives. So I'm going to turn you back over to
I'm here to serve too.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm here to serve too.
Yeah, so we're gonna just organize in every single way, because the thing that I say to everybody, and keep in mind that one day we're gonna get on social media or get on the internet and it might not be there. How do we contact each other? For those of us in the trusted circle, because we have a lot of people who are not sincere that sound sincere. I'm not saying anybody here, but if it's like that in real life, back in the day, could you imagine? And could you imagine what I go through? I get disappointed a lot, but it's not going to kill my spirit for the good people that are out there. And it's daggone sure not going to keep make Brother Keston's spirit knocked off. But I'm sort of the filter. A lot of people come our way that are not sincere. Brother Keston doesn't have to deal with that. I deal with that. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. But we have to communicate on other levels. My number's out there. Everything's out there. And as we get tighter and closer and the trust builds, we're going to have to start with the few that are trusted, sharing our address so that we know where we live. Not with somebody you can't trust. It takes time because we got to know that if you come down to Orlando, you have my home, your brother Keston's home.
Exactly.
If you need to come down here, you can come here, but you got to be in the inner circle. We still have there are things that I can tell you that will blow your mind as far as how we're stalked and harassed online and the threats and different things that we have to deal with. It's real. Some of it is fake and lip service, but it's real. You know what I mean? So this is no joke.
Scares me.
Yes. The other thing I want to ask you all to do is go to melaninenvy.com, like melanin tongue twister, melaninenvy.com. We're restructuring that site right now. It's a forum, okay, and it's going to allow you to operate just like Facebook. Because believe it or not, I don't like Facebook. I can't stand Facebook, but it's for distribution purposes only, and I know how it works. But really, everything
FBI
we say on
book,
Facebook,
excuse me.
Fed book, right? So melanin, like the skin, MELANIN, envy, like jealous, ENVY.com. Set up your profile, whatever name you want to use. All that's required is your email address. I'm the admin, so you can, I believe you can trust me after all of these years, right? You set it up and you can communicate with each other. We're redesigning it now, making it a little more pretty. But like I said, you can talk to people directly across the board. My goal with that particular forum is that everybody who gets down with the show and Road to Restoration and all the people in our inner circle have a profile page there that they can communicate safely without revealing anything about themselves because it's connected to my site. Okay. So we know that people, I think you trust me a little more than you do the feds. Okay. So anyway, I'll turn you back. I got you laughing. So I'm going to turn you back over to Brother Keston. You know, as much love. I have a lot of great footage to put up. I still have to download and get through the Ghana footage. It's going to be beautiful for you to see. I got a couple of talk shows taping right now and other things to put up. And like I said, just share the stuff. It's not about me. There's a lot of good stuff and good people on the internet. If you don't support me, support somebody. You know, it's not about ego. It's an ego-free platform right here. And we're going to make sure it stays that way. We're going to give it back to Brother Keston. Know that I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Lance.
Alexander Kofi on the call.
Hello?
Greetings, family. This is Alexander Kofi on the call.
Greetings, my brother.
Greetings.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
Yes, go ahead, my brother.
Oh, this is Kofi, my brother Lance, King Lion Lance. He hit me, say, hey man, get on the call. My brother-in-law just got back from Ghana. I was just rehearsing with my reggae band, the Jock Kings, but I had to take a break to come on and greet the family, man. I was in Ghana myself back in 2007 for about 3 months, and it was so beautiful. I almost didn't come back to the state.
Yes, my brother, I know the feeling.
Yes, sir.
You know.
So welcome back, brother. Welcome back.
Thank you, my brother. Like I said, I've been to quite a few places, but that's one of the best place that I've ever been, and the most wonderful people. And that is the absolute truth, my brothers and sisters. I'm not going to tell you any story. You know, you will be amazed. You will absolutely be amazed how these brothers and sisters will treat you in Ghana. Yes.
Brother Keston, how long were you there? How long were you
there?
I
was there for I think it was like how many days? Like I think it's a total of 10 days, 10, 11 days, somewhere around there. Yeah, but we move around quite a lot actually. We didn't just stay in one place, but like I said, my brother, everywhere you go, it will be the same result.
Love.
Same result, the same. And I'm telling you, they we had some brothers and sisters that was working with brother Tim, and I mean they were just like family to us the entire trip. They just they bend over backwards to make sure that we were good with everything. I mean, you don't get it better than that, you know. So you go to hotels and different places. I mean, you know, not saying some of these places are perfect, but they will treat you very, very well. you know, and you go to Ghana, they have a naming ceremony and all those different things for you, where they will give you your name, the name that you're supposed to have, and that was a honor for me to receive my name, you know, because the thing is, they tell you the power behind your name, and each person, each day that you are born, the day that you are born is what they name you accordingly, because each day have a power meaning behind that. You see, and that's the thing right there. That's why they take away our name and our language. And I'll tell you something funny that I learned. In Ghana, they speak over 35 different languages.
Right.
But the English has forced upon them that they only can speak English in school. So just imagine.
Wow.
That. Yeah, they don't learn their languages in school. Yeah.
Wow.
Ironically. So those things were interested, and the king that I met and spent some time having a good conversation with him after he actually took us to brunch. Actually, when he was at his palace, it was, you know, it was more formal. But when we went to brunch and we sat down and we started to talk, he kind of let his guard down, so to speak, then, and we were able to talk one-on-one. And when you sit down and he tell you, you know, he says, because the king actually came here and he went to the University of Central Florida for school, and then he went back home for them to install him as king. But when he tell you also that a lot of what he know about slavery was what he learned here, actually.
Exactly.
You see, by study and research. But when he as he says in his own words, he says, "My brother, I'm going to tell you this." He says, when the hunter write the story, then it's only his side that you know. But when the lion must write his part of the story. And he says, we must write our story. We have to stop letting other people determine our story, and they can put it any way they want to, but it have to stop, and it have to stop now. And he's seen to it that in his village where he's at, that the kids start to learn their languages in school, learn their history, learn their culture in school. And I took my hat off to him for that. You know, so as I said, we have a lot of work to do. And our people are waiting on us to come and help them. So, you know, we don't want to be dismayed or think, you know, oh man, I'm going into this place. You know what? As I said, my encouragement is to you, my brothers and sisters, go and visit. I don't want to go. I've been to Europe, and I'm telling you, people rave about Europe. But, you know, when I look back at it, I wish I knew what I know now. I wish I knew it then. To be honest with you. Because I have no desire to go to Europe.
Yeah, that would never be. Yeah, you know, I don't think.
Well, they're museums. They have all of our history and all of our ancestors stuff there in their museums.
There you go, my sister, and all the buildings in Europe.
That's all they have.
Guess who built those buildings in Europe? Not the Europeans.
Our ancestors did that.
Exactly.
Just
the Moors did that.
I waited till we jumped on this to do. Of course, we know the Vatican has those levels, but also they were in partnership with the Smithsonian.
Yes,
they trying to be just as, if not more so. Oh yes, and that's over on this grid. That's over on this section. Okay, and they just like, okay, from CERN and beyond. These folks is beyond triple.
Yes, yes. And I will tell you, my brothers, that's why I said, I mean, I just finished a taping with Lance a while ago, and I said to, you know, one of the things that I said, that when you go to Ghana and you go to these slave dungeons, because I don't call them castles.
Sure.
And when you go there and
nothing
you see,
royal.
Right, you go to these, you know, the last bath and place like that, and see how they treated our ancestors worse than animals. you will realize that these people have really committed the unforgivable sin. So I said, I have no forgiveness for them. You see,
none.
I have no forgiveness for
Never,
them.
ever.
You see, because even till this very day, they show no remorse for what they have done. Because one of the questions I asked the brother that took us on the tour of this dungeon, when we finished, I saw the look on his face, and it was very painful. So I asked him, I said, my brother, let me ask you 2 questions. I said, first of all, how do you feel about doing this on a daily basis? And he shook his head. And he turned to me and he said, my brother, believe me, it's not easy. It's not easy. But somebody have to tell this story. And then I turned to him and I asked him, I said, my brother, let me ask you another question. I said, when white people come to this place, how do they react to what you're saying? And he said, my brother, he shook his head because I'm sure most people don't really ask him those questions.
Right.
So he shook his head again and he said to me, he says, my brother, let me tell you. He says, out of 75, 50 to 75, maybe one shows some kind of, some kind of emotion. But he said, for the most part, to them, it's like nothing. Some of them, he said, while I'm talking, they're talking over me. Doesn't mean anything to them.
Taking selfies and doing all that.
Exactly. So, for me, when I see how they still gunning down our young brothers and sisters in the street in this country, it tells me that they show no remorse. They treat their dogs better than people.
Literally.
You see?
Well, that's because that's their relative.
Well, exactly. No, it's true. Really.
No. Hey.
That's uncle.
I'm quiet to myself. No. Hey.
Them and the gorillas.
There was
they say we evolved from.
Wait, say it again. Say it again, sister.
I said the dogs and the gorillas that they claim we evolved from. Like Dick Gregory. Yeah. Like Dick Gregory, when he came to North Carolina, he pulled out this picture of like a Bigfoot. And I can't remember his exact words, but his point was, now who looks more like one of them? Do we, or do they look like they belong or related to them more than we do? But they try to make us think we evolved from an animal or what have you, and they look just like they have their hair, that hair, and all that attachment because that's their kinfolk.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a excuse me, and I've been beating my head for the last 30 seconds trying to remember this elder brother's name. A master teacher, historian, professor. He said about why all the Europeans, sometimes we say peons, sometimes why the peons are all in Africa searching in the ground, for bones, and why are there no bones in trace history or background in Europe? He said because they ate them all.
There you go.
Well, you probably have to go in the caves to find it, their remains.
That's why you can't go in those caves. They make sure they seal them off. You try to go in one of those caves, they will put you in prison.
Even turned it into a commercial. I think it was Geico that was using it, and they said so easy, even a caveman can do it.
A caveman.
Yep. You see,
they talking about their people.
Exactly. Covertly, they tell you these things. Like I said, in the Constitution, they said black people are 3/5 of human. No, they're telling you that's them, but they're trying to make it look like us. That's why they don't remove it from the Constitution. You see, that's why they don't.
And that's why we have to switch. We have to switch. They switch who we were or are
Exactly.
And that became a curse. So we have to reverse the curse.
There you go.
Do whatever they did, do the opposite. Whatever it is, do the opposite.
You know what I said? We have to become the salmon. We have to swim upstream against the current.
Yes.
We have to stop swimming downstream with all the other fish that is going to their demise.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to flip the script. And that's what we're not realizing. You see. But I'm going to say, my brothers and sisters, I truly enjoy speaking with all you guys. I mean, it's been a grand pleasure. It's been an honor for me.
Thank you, Lord.
Same.
I
me
look
too.
forward.
Thank you.
Look forward. Like I said, I tell Lance this very clearly. I don't want to be one of those people that you feel like you have to get through security to speak to. That's never going to be the case. That's never. I promise you guys that will never be the case. We're not going to do that. But we have to be able to deal with one another and levels like this where we can sit down, dialogue, we can talk face to face, we can talk over the phone, we can do these. We have to get back to that place. So I really want to thank you guys. I want to say one love and peace and prosperity.
One love.
Okay.
Thank you.
One love.
Yes.
One love.
Yes. Good night.
One love all. For
yes,
sure.
Thank you. Yes.
Blessed love. Blessed love. Welcome back, Brother Ja.
Thank you, my
Sooner
brother.
than later, y'all. Right on.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Make sure to check out the boldest blog at lancescurv.com and follow Scurv on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under Lance Scurv.